Welcome back to Sakura, a Law Experience. I am Stephanie de la Millar. I'm here today with the girl team, so I will let them introduce themselves.
I'm Grace. We've been seeing each other the last podcast. I'm the operations coordinator.
I'm Dinora Lara. I am an attorney here at Sekuralaw.
I'm Fernanda Cruz. I am a attorney in Sekuralaw. Nice to meet you.
Perfect. We didn't rehearse or anything. This is totally natural. So I will let you speak for yourselves. You already met Grace, that she's doing all the things to keep us together, to keep all our minds together, because as you know, lawyers sometimes have full of I will say knowledge, but full of things that we have to resolve. And Grace is the one that let us be more straight and focused on every aspect of every closing. So she's a big help, I have to say, for us and to keep us working coordinated as her position is. And I would like to know more about us, about the girl team. So I would like to start with Inora to know her better. Where are you from? How do you get to Sakura?
Yeah, I was born in Toluca. It's a little city nearby of Mexico City, in the center of Mexico. I studied law in Tec de Monterrey. That's why I moved to Monterrey. Then when I finished studying, I sent my curriculum to all the all the possible works that I found in all Mexico, Monterrey, Mexico City, Tulum, Cancun, Querétaro, every state that I found a possible position, and Sekuralaw was the ones that request me to be here for a meeting, and I decided to come one weekend, and then I moved to Tulum another weekend because I was accepted and I started working here in October 2022. So I have been here like more than 2 years and a half. And I'm very happy here. I think that I found a very good place to work with a very good leaders that you already know them. And yes, that's why I arrived here, because it was the first place that called me to have the meeting.
And how do you feel about, embracing the city, Tulum, the Tulum vibe, the Tulum life?
It's a big change. I think Toluca, when the place that I was born, is not like a big city. But when I met Monterrey, it is like a medium city. But it is like we have all the malls, all in Tulum. It's a little city that it is now growing. So it's good to see Tulum growing, but if I come from a medium city like Monterrey, it is like a big change for me. Mm-hmm. But I think that I am in an age to make this change, so it helps me also to slow down. Because every time I was running, if I am washing the dishes, I am washing the dishes quickly. Yeah, and I think that it is like the good part for me to move into Tulum.
Great. And regarding the perform that you already have made, when you see clients, how do you feel when they finalize a process and you know that they will be part of your neighborhood maybe?
Yes. I think that I didn't think about that they will be nearby of me. But
I will be like, no.
Yeah. But it is good to know that at the end of every closing, the client is happy with our service. So if even all the part of the closing of the documents, the paperwork, all the legal process, if it is a good or bad closing, it's going to be at the end by the experience that the client have.
Totally.
Mm.
And what about you, Fer?
In general, I think that in my experience, in general, is to fulfill the dreams of the clients. Okay, because the clothes is not simple. The clothes is, for me, is a dream of the clients, because the clients have to purchase a home. In this home, the clients will live a beauty experience with your family and your friends, and another for other clients is business, but it's very important for me. Is my goal is to fulfill the client's dreams.
Yeah, that is amazing. Yes, that is really important and real. I mean, we are working for clients, whether it's their personal life or business. Business is part of your dreams, your goals.
Yes, it's important part in the life of the clients, and for us the same.
And how is your life here? Tell us more about yourself.
Sorry.
How do you arrive to Playa?
Okay.
About your
I'm
life.
from Hidalgo, Mexico. Is near to city, Mexico City. In general, I have lived for 50 years here, but it's a beautiful place. I decide to live here because the Playa del Carmen is the beautiful place. The place to have to live is amazing. In general, is a placeful place to live here.
You feel always relaxed.
Relaxed,
Yes.
placeful in general.
Yes.
Yeah, that is why clients like to be here, because they have the opportunity to maybe they have a normal life in their countries, and they have the opportunity to come here, buy a house, and maybe come back to Mexico sometimes, but they already have like the permanent house here. Like they can be here in any time they want. They can say, "Oh, tomorrow I'm going to Mexico for a little vacation," and they have the house already here.
Exactly.
So for them, I think, as you mentioned, it's like a dream fulfilled, because imagine you have a house in another place and you can just come back wherever you want. It's like a dream.
Yes, totally. And it's important that, I mean, from the background of every person's life, it's kind of the same. I think it's the magic of Riviera Maya, that I think most of us are pursuing that same kind of dream, to have less rush, let's more enjoy the life in general, no? And I think that it's our clients coming through, and most of them come from that rush. So how is your closing experiences with that kind of rush? How do you handle that the client comes from a big city, maybe, where everything is like rat race and super speed mode in every aspect of their lives, and they come here, they have to deal with some authorities, I have to say, that take their time, that they are not in that big rush, because we have this Mayan relaxed life philosophy.
I think that the clients know that Mexico can be like a little bit like that. They know that in every country this can change, all the process change. So that's why they hire an attorney that knows all the process that has to be made here. And just sometimes if you speak with the client at the beginning and let them know like all that he can expect about the closing, I think there is going to be a smooth closing. But sometimes even if you talk about this, if the client is like a bit anxious or nervous, I think that can happen, and that can be like a special closing, and you will have like a special client to put more special attention. But yeah, at the end, I think that is all communication. And if you make it at the beginning that you know the client, when Grace presents us to the client, I normally make a Zoom call or explain by email if it is like a busy client. So to let them know it is important.
Yes. And I mean, be really honest. How do you feel about making some meetings with the clients?
Okay, in really, I think the same that Dinora. A lot clients is very stressful with the process in general. I understand because it's other country, okay, but I think that we explain the more smoothly to easily is very to understand that the clients the process step 1, 2, 3 in general, and to take communication with the clients, but it's very important.
Yes, and sometimes is maybe if the client doesn't have a lot of things to do on the day, to maybe have a 10 minutes meeting with you, so you can have that approach to them, no? So I will say that if you are hiring us, it will be great to have a personal conversation to know you better as you are knowing now Dinora, Grace, and Fer. So we can know what your expectations are, if the expectations are real, no? That will be another topic. I don't know what you think when the client comes and maybe the real estate agent or some friend or a person that likes to communicate things just simply say like, oh no, the closing, it will take you 15 days, and if the attorney says that it's more, they are not really doing anything, you know, that kind of things. What will you say to that?
I think that a message to our clients and the brokers is trust in us. If you are hiring our service or you are recommending our service, trust in us and feel confidence with all the process that we are taking. Feel free also to ask any doubt, any question that you have about the closing, because if you only take this, like Steph says, like this message that are coming from a third person that it is not like involved in all the legal process, you can get anxious and make ideas of something that it is not really happened. So I think that that's my special message. Trust in us and trust in the attorney that you hire, even if it is not us. But I think that is like the most important part. We as an attorneys, I think that our special work or objective is to protect the client's interest, because at the end that's why we are here, because of our clients and all this part of the legal process. So yes, the trust, the confidence.
The trust, right? It's essential.
Yes, I think the same, but I have to communicate in general that trust us and to I understand that the law is changed and it's very complicated to understand that because the world situation is changed actually, but it's very important to trust us, because the goal is to have a good experience in this process, and that's it.
Yes. I mean, I come to this because yesterday or 2 days ago, I had a client, a consultation actually, where they were like, but I have a friend that had a closing, and it comes that in what they were doing was a fractional, that it's not buying a real estate. It's only to buy some rights regarding some dates of the year regarding a unit, and that it's a private contract that actually, yes, it can take maybe 3-4 weeks, no more than that, than buying a real estate So I mean that is why Grace it's on the input here also, so she can collect all your thinking. Maybe in a more casual way, you can explain, oh yes, because my neighbor did this and that, and that is why I think that. So Grace can give us the entire message, and now we can understand the full context of all your situation and the situation of the person that is advising you, so we can guide you properly, because as you will agree with me, every closing is different. Even though some client have their closing in 6 months, there are others that it will take them maybe two months. It's different in every situation. I would like to also, we can collect kind of the feelings that you experience when there is approaching the closing date, and when you have to say, okay, the closing date will happen this date. What are the most important situations that you think that the client has to be aware of regarding that? The closing is approaching, the closing date, and they are start feeling anxious because maybe it's scheduled for, according to the contract, August the 20th, and maybe we are on August 15th. And what do you think that the client should do regarding that? Grace, maybe that the outside aspect.
What I've seen, I think I understand that sometimes it's difficult for the clients because they have to travel. Sometimes, most of the times, they are not here in Mexico until the property is closed. So they have to come back here, maybe with their kids, maybe alone. So I think that's like a problem, right? They have to like arrange everything for them to come here, sign the deed, and come back.
Yeah.
So I get like the stress that they can have for those times. I think it's important to explain to the clients like which dates they have to travel, if there's something we can do for them to help them to have everything done in time. I think that is important to explain to them, and I've seen Fer and Dinora do an excellent job doing that, and I think that's not talked about enough because I've seen both of them work. And I believe they do an excellent job communicating with the client. And when they cannot do it, they tell me. So I'm in charge of maybe saying to the client, Dinora is not available right now, but let me ask her. And when I have her answer, I will let you know. So I believe that is like a good teamwork.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally, definitely. Yes, and I mean, we anticipate things, but definitely are things that we cannot anticipate. However, be sure that we will find a way to make the closing happen, whether it's by that. I like about actually Fer gave some advice to the client, like, because they wanted, I don't remember the client, and obviously I won't disclose his name, but I remember a client that was like, I will go for the closing on Tuesday, and I have to come back to my residence place then the day after. And Fer was like, no, if you are not able to come this week, we can wait for you, there is no problem, but you have to take at least 3-4 days to come, so you can sign without a rush. And if it's not possible for you, then it's the power of attorney alternative. So you don't feel that rush and you don't feel that pressure, because again, we are doing a really big step, whether it's for business or for your personal life, about buying a real estate. So we don't want to do everything in a super quick mood, because sometimes when you do the things so fast, things could be dismissed some details, and details are important. So better to you have the time to dedicate to this, to the present moment, that it's part of Tulum and Playa philosophy, to be present at the moment. If you are from job and with your mind in somewhere else, things could happen, no? And that's why I love that advice that you say, no, it's not like you come today, sign tomorrow, and get back to work. No, take your time. It's playa, come, have a little vacay.
For that is very important communication with the clients, because I will give you a lot options and the better option for you in this situation. But for example, if you don't will not come here. For example, you will obtain a power in the foreigns, and if you come here, you will sign a power, and the other alternative is very specific in your situation, but for that is very important the communication with us and with attorneys and if, for example, I don't respond your mission, for that is Grace. Grace is a very important member of the team, because is in general Grace has communication with the clients. Is the principle of your
Magic Grace.
It's magic in general. It's very important
The magic
in this
Grace.
process.
Yes.
Then I would like to say that in the part of the signing, I have for you to not think that you have to spend 3 days here, because in May I have a lot of closings or June that the clients cannot be here more than 2 days. So we can make it happen if you can come only 1 day and leave the other, but you have to let us know with time, because we have to have all the documents that you have to sign and all in time for you to come only 1 day. I think that can
doable.
happen. Yeah, yeah.
With anticipation.
It's possible, but we have to know with anticipation. Yes,
Yes,
I have a closing that the client come with the wife and 2 children of 1 year and 2 years, and for that closing, we have been in the notary like 4 hours. The client was in the hotel like 5 minutes away of the notary, so I was like in message that don't come, and when we have all the documents ready, please come. They come, sign all the documents like 20 minutes with the childrens, and left to the hotel. So we will need to know all all that you need for be present in the closings to be as smooth as possible for you, but we need to know all this part to have like the best options for you.
Yes.
Yeah, like all the background of the case, right?
Yes.
Every document, like everything has to be planned on time for them to come only 1 day and then come back. Yeah.
And even the small but very important details, like I'm in a hotel and I'm spending time with my family, that it's super important. Maybe you will say, a lawyer doesn't care if I'm with my kids or no, but we do really care. You can see.
Yeah, we have families too. Yeah, we do.
Yes. So, I mean, recapping all these experiences that you have shared, I have to say that even though you can see that the team is really young, they are very experienced already. They have a lot of experience here in the office and in their professional careers. And I have to say that we have a super committed team. Even though, again, sometimes you say, oh, they are too young. I have to say that they have this commitment, but also this sense of urgency that we know from the client, and they are very sensitive regarding your needs. So I will have to say that I am very proud of the entire team, but especially from the girls, because they
Thank you.
they
Thank you,
deliver.
thank you.
They deliver.
Yeah.
So and they are very sensitive about your needs. So you want to say something before?
Well, thank you so much for that. And yeah, I also want to congratulate Dinora and Fair, because I know they do a great job. They make they don't do 100%. They do 101%. Like, they do the best and more always. So I've seen it. I've seen it with her clients, with both of them, and I think that's really special. Not every lawyer in Mexico does that.
Totally.
Thank you.
So it was fun for you?
Be here?
Uh-huh.
I was nervous like a week ago when I know that I will
Really?
be here. But it is good to be here. Thank you. Thank you for the invitation. It's a pleasure to be here, and for the clients to finally meet our faces behind the emails. And yes, thank you. It's all I can say.
Thank you too much for trust us, and this is the best real team in the Riviera Maya, and you take your communication is very important again, and if you have other question in general, please let us know. My goal is to fulfill your dreams in general, and to obtain your have a good experience in this closing process.
Okay, thank you for watching us, and our emails will be there. If you need any consultation, please contact us. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.